Hey entrepreneurs, welcome to the Founders with $1 Million Heist podcast series. In this show, I will be hosting successful makers from Product Hunt who have nailed their product launches. Hopefully, we will learn lots of valuable insights and experiences from those founders that can supercharge your upcoming launches. So let's dive in. Hey folks, today my guest is Anton from Spain. He has over 10 years of experience as a product manager. He worked on 5 startups till now, and his first startup have raised over $500,000 10 years ago. And finally, he founded Literally and launched it on Product Hunt few weeks earlier and secured the number 1 product of the day. So Anton is a very experienced guy, and we'll be learning a lot of things from today. So let's welcome Anton. Anton, welcome to the show. We are very happy to have you. And tell me, how are you doing today?
Thank you, Stiak. I am very well because we just finished our product hunt and lots of interesting things happened in 1 week. So I'm just very excited about this.
That's great. I'm excited too because I have been following Literally for a while now, and I have been a great supporter of your product as well as I supported Literally on the launch day as well. So I think the feelings are mutual. So hopefully we'll be learning a lot of things. It has been a massive success for you. So as we are talking about your product, let's start with your Product Hunt journey first, because most of our viewers are from Product Hunt. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the Product Hunt journey of yours and your team. Then we can move forward with your experience and journey. All right?
Yeah,
so
sure.
Tell me, when did you join Product Hunt and your experience on Product Hunt so far?
Yeah, so I joined 5 maybe years ago, and I always followed. I kind of trying to check some new stuff, and I was always excited about the products that launched there, and thought, wow, they are so cool. One day I will launch myself too. And another controversial experience with Product Hunt is when I'm doing some startup. And I constantly checking Product Hunt, and every week someone in my competitor is launching. and, oh my god! Because whenever you're doing any startup, it's someone is launching on Product Hunt, and getting a product of the day, and you kind of life is over at this moment.
Right. Like every one of us. Yes, carry on, no problem.
Yeah, and when we started Literally, like every week or every day, because it's kind of a hot topic, every day there is a kind of such kind of app, and I'm thinking that, okay, no, now we kind of late for the game. And every single launch I was kind of thinking we are late for the game.
Okay. Yes, I think we have been through this, like every one of us, whoever is in Product Hunt, like every day when we are seeing product getting the top every single week, then it blows our mind. We need to launch it as soon as possible, right? I feel the same way. I joined Product Hunt last November. Okay, I never heard of it before. One of my founder friend, he told me, hey, you are going to launch your product like very soon, so try Product Hunt. You must be launching there. So then I joined Product Hunt, and boom, it's like, oh my god, it's a huge community, and I fell in love with it. And from then, like, I'm very much active in there. So yeah, like every one of us, whoever is in Product Hunt, have a dream to get the number 1 product of the day. And your dream have come true finally. Isn't it? Maybe later, but it's better late than never, right? You dreamed to get the number 1 product of the day 5 years back whenever you joined Product Hunt.
Yeah, and what's interesting, that I was always rushing. I was always like hurrying, guys. Like, we need to launch as soon as possible, because I thought that if we delay, then more competitors will launch, and the less interesting our product would be. And like less people would upvote it, because kind of, this is kind of a and like again this kind of again, like like Ask PDF. Always there is jokes about Ask PDF new startup, and I think that now, or maybe a little bit later, about such kind of apps that we launched also will be a meme, like
Right.
so and also I was afraid that like after the product hunt or product launch, if you are successful, a lot of people are trying to speaking about like newsletters, like different new like news sites, etc. And I was afraid that no one would talk about us, so maybe we will get high on the product hunt, but no one will speak about this because everyone already spoke about this topic before. So it was my second kind of what was I afraid of, but it did not actually materialize. So people spoke about us, maybe because of we just kind of find a way to stand out from the crowd somehow. So yeah, but I still believe that as early you are to the party as is better, because you kind of can resonate better with the community and with the people who can kind of make news about you, put you in newsletter. But it's better to prepare your launch and to prepare your product to make it really stand out in that kind of because if you have a good product in the end of the day, you will also it will also resonate, especially now when kind of when everyone is building one day one person product, as I say, like build one day and launch it. And that's also kind of the way you can resonate with a good product, with a good kind of understanding of your users and community.
Right. And the most interesting fact about Product Hunt, like people who are active in it, they're really very positive minded. And like whenever you are posting something regarding your product, and everyone seems very curious, and they just don't want to support you, but also want to spread the word. So that's the beauty of Product Hunt. To spread the word of your product is the best place. The word of mouth starts from here. That's the best thing. Yeah, I get it, and I feel it right away when I joined Product Hunt.
Yeah, and it's interesting that you are saying that Product Hunt is really polarizing, polarized, because no, but maybe not correct word, but what do I mean? I mean that like it's a lot of complaints about Product Hunt, that people who like register to your product, they are kind of in 1 week, 1 month they're leaving. But this is kind of a trade-off. These people are very eager they want to register, to try things out, and to kind of excited tell about a word about it and give you feedback. But then they kind of attention spread to new product that is launched next week. So you need to be prepared to this.
Yeah, that's one thing. But the thing is, like whenever I'm launching, like for example, I'm a new founder, okay, and I develop this product. So it's better to have such kind of community. Maybe they will leave your product after a month. That doesn't matter, because you get the spotlight. Because when you have the badge of Product Hunt top product of the day, you can keep it forever. And when you will be outreaching to your targeted prospect to use your product, they will see the badge, right? And you have the credibility, so they will tend to purchase your subscription to continue using the product. So I think there is no alternative of Product Hunt yet to get the first spotlight. That's what I feel about it. So I think maybe the supporter who joined and left, maybe they are not your targeted audience. They are just for supporting your product. So makes sense.
So it's like
Cool.
it's like guys who tell you, "Hey, go, 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 go!
Yes,
We believe in you."
Yes. And it's kind of feel like I am running an election campaign as well.
Yeah.
Right, virtually.
Yes, but but you need to be careful not to validate your product based on these guys.
Right. Definitely. So, for example, to validating the product idea, we can post it on maybe some other places. to get approval, okay, this is a cool product and you can go for it, then we can switch to product hunt to get the spotlight from the supporters. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
in reality, as you have already gained the success and got the badge of number one product of the day, I would like to ask you the key strategies that you followed to get end up at the top on your launch day.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe few key strategies or a special strategy that you followed,
Mm-hmm.
because
Yeah, so
there are too much competition, right? Because
yeah, yeah.
every day a lot of products are being launched, so to stand out there must be some kind of
Mm-hmm.
organized track, I would say, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. So, like for us, there were, I think, three or maybe four tactics that we used. The
Okay.
first one is we actually 2 weeks or 3 weeks before the launch,
Right.
we kind of sit down with all the founding teams and write down to all our friends, people whom we know from our previous jobs, previous startups, and just throw them, hey, we
Mm-hmm.
are just launching, and this is very important. This
Mm-hmm.
is an international website where new products are launched, and you have to be like voted there, and like check out our product. If you like it, please support us. And
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I will remind you, and please register there on the product hunt, and
Mm-hmm.
try to be active there upfront.
Mm-hmm.
And I
Mm-hmm.
will remind you when we are launching. So if you like our
Mm-hmm.
product, you can upvote us.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so this is the first one, because we are
Mm-hmm.
we have 5 people on the team. Some
All right.
people kind of brings like 10 people, 15 people, because they kind of not very social.
Mm-hmm.
People
All right.
bring like 10 times more, who are kind of
Mm-hmm.
more social guys. So this was number one tactics. So just to write
Mm-hmm.
to someone whom we contact have contacts with. So we use
Mm-hmm.
Telegram. So we basically write everyone in Telegram, because we have a
Mm-hmm.
connection there, and we just wrote and asked.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the second one is kind of all the possible groups where people from Product Hunt are hanging out, like Product Hunt itself,
Mm-hmm.
LinkedIn of Product Hunt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is, I think, the main groups, the best tools. So actually, just trying to hang out, just to add people to friends on LinkedIn, and just trying to make
Mm-hmm.
connection, and say that, hey, we are launching soon. We're doing this. What are you doing? Let's connect. Let's support each other. And because also people also need help somewhere. Maybe they are launching soon on Product Hunt. Maybe they need some feedback on their current product, or something they are struggling with. So we help
Mm-hmm.
people with their stuff, and we just spread the word about laterally to
Mm-hmm.
support us. They feel they can support, because I think that no, not everyone want to support you, because maybe you're a
Mm-hmm.
competitor, don't like your product, but if they like your product, they of course will support you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so this is the second one. And the third one is we actually wrote on the Twitter, on the X, and
Mm-hmm.
about the launched, and that we like this is very important for us. So if you like our product, support. And I actually wrote also the a little bit more personal stuff. So I analyzed how other founders are framing their kind of launch, and I find it a little bit unpersonal. So like, here we launched, please support us. And I also try to write that
Mm-hmm.
why it's important, what are we trying to achieve with our product. So a little bit more personal. And
Right.
I don't know if it worked, but I have like 10,000 views of my
Wow.
post, plus
Mm-hmm.
like maybe 50 likes, 10 or
Wow,
5
that's
posts. So,
impressive. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
and also during the day, I like beforehand I prepared like also 4 posts, like ideas. I didn't wrote them down. I wanted to write it down, but I didn't manage to do this. So I during the day I tried to post something, and maybe
Mm-hmm.
also this also help. Although I think that it is I'm not sure. I think that the first one is a must. The second
Okay.
is also a good strategy because it's also some sort of guarantees.
Mm-hmm.
The third one, when you post something, you don't know if like it will go, like if it will be spread it or not. So
Right.
the second strategy, and the fourth strategy, actually, I am based from Russia, so I
Mm-hmm.
now live in
Mm-hmm.
Spain, but I used to live in Russia, and I have a lot of connections there. And there
Okay.
is,
Mm-hmm.
I know that there is kind of articles there, the portal, the website.
Okay.
We have
News
lots of
portals. Right. Mm-hmm.
lots of like tech enthusiasts,
Right.
and I also wrote an article about like laterally what we're doing, and just give a link on Product Hunt that we're launching. If you like our product,
Right.
please support. So I don't
Right.
know if it will work or not, but we just thought of every possible stream. Also like
Right.
Facebook, but I'm
Mm-hmm.
not
Mm-hmm.
active on Facebook, but on Facebook, LinkedIn, I
Mm-hmm.
also posted this. So all this combined bring us like this kind of votes that help us to stand out. Plus, I
Mm-hmm.
think that it was also that we have a good product, because really we have a lot of good comments and
Right. Mm-hmm.
comments, but reviews, and also like we see a lot of conversions to paid users. I will also can share it later. So I think that this is also important ingredient of that.
Right. So
So
I
also,
think you have followed a very organized workflow. And first of all, what I understand is building community is the first thing that you should do after building a product before launching on Product Hunt. Because
yeah,
you have built the community within the Product Hunt community, then you have used the external, groups to reach out more people, and then you have posted organic article, maybe in news portals or any other sites which got the traction or traffic for your product, so that they could come and support on the launch day. Yes, this is very important because many people have this misconception that they just build and launch the product and boom, it will happen overnight, but it's not actually. And the more time you spend on Product Hunt, building the community, the more chance you have to get on top. So
yeah,
I have been talking to a few founders, and they have shared the same strategy. Like everyone was building community first,
hmm,
and the rest they're done by outreaching. So outreaching is a very important thing as well. So build the community first, then outreach everyone possible to get the traffic to get your product supported.
yeah,
Right.
exactly. Frankly, I would say that, frankly, overall, like I will be
Mm-hmm.
honest,
Mm-hmm.
that
Mm-hmm.
I think it's not fair in some sense, because the
Mm-hmm.
more you spend, like invest your time and energy in doing this, kind
Mm-hmm.
of more chances you have to be number one.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Uh, yeah, so I would say that in ideal world, I would say that it would be great if kind of
Mm-hmm.
products come and compete, like for the sake of its quality, you know.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't work that way, unfortunately. Everyone is kind of, because like if
Mm-hmm.
Notion is doing something, they also promote themselves on the Twitter. If
Right.
a guy with a great following on X, they also have an advantage. So it always will be unproportional kind of thing to if you have an audience or not. It's not
Right.
about the product
Mm-hmm.
itself. So
Right.
maybe because it is not possible to kind of compete on the kind of fair product level. You have
Right.
to compete uh, in every kind of direction. So that's the way
Right.
to launch. But I would also kind of be
Mm-hmm.
cautious about this strategy, because to
Mm-hmm.
Product Hunt is not an end goal. It's actually a
Right.
tool to promote and to make business.
Right.
So and also this kind of, as you say, kind of community building for Product Hunt, it's a little bit different than community building for your product itself.
Right.
Because maybe
Right.
but because you have to, because your kind of target audience might be not someone who is on the Product Hunt. and
Right.
for them going in to register on some site and to support you, you should
Right.
build relationship to this. So I would just be cautious, and
Hmm.
we try to always challenge ourselves how far we should go and how far we should invest
Right.
in the tool, because
Right.
we want it to launch. We want to have some kind of this community support. We want to hang out with these guys, but also we need to go to other audience that not these supporters as we discussed in the beginning, but those who will use our product and buy for
Right.
this. So we need to balance here.
Right. You are right. Like few weeks back, I have seen someone posted on Product Hunt. Someone was asking that what kind of product get the more visibility and success. Okay. And someone posted, and it was interesting. They said, he said, like, if most of the people on Product Hunt are founders. All right. So if your product are for the founders, then your supporters could turn into your customers. So that's
Mhm.
the very important thing. Okay, so
Yeah.
if you are launching a product for the founders, then the supporters could really become your customers. And if not, then they're just supporters, and you should also have a plan to outreach your targeted audience.
Mhm.
So yeah,
Yeah.
makes sense. I think everyone should, focus and write down if their product is for founders or not, and make plans according to that. So I
Mhm.
think we every day we are learning new interesting things, and this will help us, perfectly launch our own product as well. So as you have achieved the number one product of the day, so give me a genuine feedback. Does this impacted your product visibility after the launch?
Yeah, sure. So, for example, we had like on App Store, we have 15 downloads per day.
Oh,
And
that's cool.
no, no, it's like 15. It's not a lot. It's 1 5. It's not.
Okay,
It's
like right now, or
no, before
when did
before
you? Okay,
before.
before. All right.
Yes, and on the after launch we have like 300, like then 250, and then we have like 350, like more. Like we have this one because we launched on Saturday and then
Okay.
it was Sunday, so it wasn't a lot of traffic. But when we got to a product
Mm-hmm.
hunt newsletter, this is important
Mm-hmm.
to get also to this newsletter
Yes.
is also a good source of traffic. Then we
Right.
get more boost than during the product hunt itself.
Right.
And also then we had a kind of newsletters of different other about AI newsletters, I don't know, like design newsletters, etc. Also gave us.
Mm-hmm.
So we jumped like from 15 downloads, it's very few, and now we kind of for now it's approximately like from 300 to 200 downloads
Daily. Daily.
daily, yes.
Okay.
And
So how much in total till now? How much in total downloads till now?
so it's like so it's about I would say like about for iPhone and Android about 1,500 downloads.
Oh, that's good. I think it's a good start, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. But frankly speaking, I was kind of a
Mm-hmm.
little bit confused because back like 10 years ago, I made
Mm-hmm.
an application in Russian store,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
app store, and it was like small app about like how to learn like rules for cars, car like on the about traffic,
Okay.
etc.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So to prepare you to driving exam uh,
Okay.
theory.
Mm-hmm.
And we were featured in Russian App Store,
Mm-hmm.
and we got, it's only one country, and we got 5,000 downloads a day.
Wow.
So
Wow.
and
Mm-hmm.
and I thought that, oh, it's a day. So like we were there 1 week, so it's, imagine like 35,000 downloads a week.
Yes,
And
that's a
so
huge
now,
number.
now
Mm-hmm.
I dream to be featured worldwide because I can't imagine how much traffic can you get from this. So,
Right.
and when I'm comparing this to product hunt, I'm saying, oh, this is like global community, and was like local Russian like 10 years ago. And
Mm-hmm.
so I think that so so it's not that much, but for just start. And also we have a very good numbers in terms of like our trials. We have 7 day trials for 1 year
Okay.
subscription,
Mm-hmm.
jump
Mm-hmm.
to like nine, like X10, X10 or X9 some days,
Right.
every. So
Mm-hmm. You
it's
can you can extend the trial period as well. Okay.
yeah. So basically, like extend our revenue for a while for this from this traffic. So also this is
Right.
a good validation actually for us. I will see how it will retain, of course, but it's also interesting to see that it's not only just wandering, download and delete. No, they just trying things out and buy, and monthly subscriptions also go up. So yeah, I think that it's incredible tool uh, like to attract
Mhm.
users, to make uh, PR.
Right.
Yeah, but not as incredible as featured, for example.
Right.
That,
Right. But I think as like you are focusing on outreaching more customers, right, to your targeted audience right
yeah,
now, right? So I think when you increase the number of outreaching, I think you will get more customer, and you already have this credibility because you have end up with the number one product of the day. So I think gradually we will be like maybe from 300 to 3,000 downloads per day because you are now global. Okay, so yeah,
yeah.
makes sense. And have you already got your paying customers?
Yes. But
So
so
mhm.
from product count, we have like, I don't know, maybe let me count, maybe like 15 paying customers, because they have monthly subscription.
Okay.
But I would like 150 people. It's
Hmm.
and they have free trial annual.
Okay.
So in few days we will see how many they like converted to paid.
Hmm. So I think you have achieved your first paying customers from Product Hunt, right?
No, it's before. So we actually
Before.
launched in the
Hmm.
end of November. We launched in the mid of November,
Right.
and we've got some traffic from App Store, like organic
Right.
search. We
Hmm.
we made a little bit of Reddit posting, and we had like maybe so we have about like 10, 15 paying customers per month.
Okay. Okay. I think it's a good start. Maybe for you, you were expecting a bit more, but I think it's a good start to grow.
Yeah, no,
So
it's an incredible start. It's I just told it about that kind of to for benchmarks. No, we didn't have a lot at all,
right.
and
Right.
like we have this a huge like boost. It's a huge boost for us. I
Right.
if you would ask me, did you repeat it? I would say, of course. It's like the best because you can't influence Apple. It's a
Right.
long kind of
Definitely.
work that you have to do to make Apple to kind of feature
Feature
you.
you.
Yeah,
Right.
and you can't control it. They can do it in 1 year, 2 years if we continue working on the product. But here you have a concrete steps that you can follow to get this result. So I would definitely 100% repeat this exercise.
That's great. That's great. Tell me one thing. Like, are you thinking to launch your product somewhere else other than Product Hunt? For example, there are marketplaces like AppSumo, PitchGround. How about that? Have you ever thought of it to launch your product on these platforms? Because let me share you a story. Like the founder friend who referred me to join Product Hunt, he launched his product on Product Hunt. It was called Retune. All right, so he also achieved the number three product of the day. Then he launched his product on AppSumo, and the most of the sales came from the AppSumo, and he sold over, $1 million in sales in 3 months in AppSumo. So uh, I'm curious, like, are you also thinking to launch your product somewhere else like platform like AppSumo.
That's incredible. I actually wanted to tell you that no, I am not going to launch an episode. But when you told me about this, I was just wow, because actually, there is a new podcast of Tim
Mhm,
Ferriss. I'm sorry for
mhm.
making advertising. I will tell him.
No problem,
Tim
no
Ferriss
problem. Mhm.
with AppSumo founder, like Noah Cohen.
Kagan, yes.
Kagan. And I just visited the website because I like this kind of conversation. And
Mhm.
I was thinking, is it possible for Laterally to be there? Because you have to make a huge discount, and Laterally has the cost
Mhm.
of ChatGPT. We are
Right.
paying for
Yes.
improving
For the
text
API. Yeah.
for the
Mhm.
API. Yeah, and kind of I'm not sure if it is sustainable model. So I think that maybe we need to make some sort of kind of
So I
byproduct.
can give you an idea
Yeah,
regarding this. For example, for now you are using your own API, right? And people use
yeah.
your API to get things done. How about you let them use people's API? Like, for example, if I'm going to use your product, I can integrate my API with your app so that whenever I am doing things on your product, the cost goes to my API. All right. So if you are launching it on AppSumo and letting me add my API, so I think the model could be very much, cost effective for you as well. How about that?
So I like it, and actually people are asking us about this as well. But the point is that we are using kind of not only prompt engineering to make these kind of rewrite options, but we are fine tuning models because we find that it's really hard to make sustainable results with prompting because you can.
Exactly. I agree. I totally agree with it. It's need a good fine-tuned model to produce a good result. How about they will use your model? That's not a problem, but only use my API to generate
If
things.
possible, that's it, because actually we
Yes,
just yes. Oh, okay. I mean,
yes.
I will definitely research it. Maybe we then need to launch new product like laterally X with the
or
on
or
product.
or maybe add a function in within your app. Okay, because what Retune did, people could use their product and they could generate things using their API or their own API. For example, I can add my API within their system and I could use their system, but the cost will go through my API. So I think
Mhm.
you could look into that as well, because it will be very cost effective for you as well. And I think you can launch it AppSumo and get $1 million in
Yeah,
revenues
yeah.
real quick.
Thanks for this idea, and not only
Yeah.
idea but also concrete steps. Thanks a lot.
Yes.
Um, I will
Mhm.
go to startup or not startup but podcast if we do it. It
Sure.
doesn't matter if we earn or not. It's interesting experience to have.
Right. And about AppSumo, like my perspective is, for example, like I will run campaigns on AppSumo for a couple of months, like maybe 1 month or 2 months, to generate a good amount of money so that I can outreach more with that money, advertise
Mhm.
more, uh, to get more sales. So basically, when you are giving the lifetime deals to AppSumo users, it's basically you are getting a lot of money at once so that you can advertise and get monthly paid customers later on. So I think
Mhm.
anyone who, like, as a new founder, I don't have that much of investment, right? But even if it is from the AppSumo, the users of AppSumo, if I'm getting a good amount of money, then I think I could build the infrastructure in a way so that it can boost my product a little bit more, isn't it? Because the founder friend already achieved $1 million in sales in revenue. So I think he already built this infrastructure and boosting his business more. So I think it could be a great idea to launch in AppSumo as well. Maybe there are
Yeah.
more platforms like this. I'm not I don't know all of it right now, but maybe we'll research more.
Yeah, definitely. There are some other like kind of platforms, but I'm not. But I thought that they're not as big as Product Hunt, but I didn't. But Absumo is like I didn't thought about that way. So
Okay,
probably
maybe tonight you research it more.
yeah.
Yeah. All right. So I would like to know more about your outreaching strategy. Like, because what I feel right now is you are more focused to get more subscribers, right? Like more customers who will purchase your subscription. That's your only goal right now, isn't it?
Yeah.
So,
So
what kind of marketing channel you are using? For example, Facebook ads, Google ads, cold emailing. Like, do you have any concrete plan for it? I'd love to know about it.
yeah, frankly speaking, we don't yet have a plan yet. So
Okay.
we launched in the end of November, and we like tried some posting on Reddit. It gives some
Mm-hmm.
traffic, but it even some of our posts got like a huge impressions, like tenth of thousands. It still didn't give a lot of downloads. So and then we decided, okay, let's focus on on Product Hunt first, and then we'll go to other channels. So now we are thinking about different strategies. Like so. First of all, we think that we need to focus on SEO, like App Store optimization, but we understand that it is it's not one-time thing, and it won't bring anything like very quickly. So we just a kind of a
Right.
strategy that we need to do it. So in 1 year, for example, get a good traffic as well. So another thing
Mm-hmm.
is we also now so this is kind of a first that we should do is like a minimum to do. So another thing is we are considering kind of so basically we're doing stuff
Mm-hmm.
right now that maybe intuitively won't bring us any users like next month. So we're
Okay.
thinking about focusing on App Store optimization. We're thinking about doing some little bit of SEO. So we are thinking
EO.
about like
Mm-hmm.
SEO, yes, adding more content for
Right.
different
Mm-hmm.
for
Mm-hmm.
different verticals, how lateral can be used. So because we want like to
Mm-hmm.
explain to people, it's not only about SEO, it's also about like explaining people how it can lateral be used. And now we are just
Right.
very generic, and we
Right.
were thinking that after Product Hunt we need to focus on one vertical, like I don't know, journaling,
Right.
content creators, or
Right.
someone else.
Mm-hmm.
But
Right.
after but for now we see that it's kind of different people are using it, and we don't want to
Right.
focus. And we
Right.
want to try to add kind of content about different verticals to try to attract them through
Right.
sale, through like posting on different social media, etc., and see how it
Mm-hmm.
will go. Uh, I,
Right.
and and here it's we are not sure if it will bring some users, but we believe that it's the way to go right now, and see
Right.
where it's
Right.
going. Another thing that also we are thinking is kind of a lot of people on X is talking about is like
Mm-hmm.
wrappers, like free tools,
Mm-hmm.
wrappers, etc. Have you heard
Okay.
of the guy Dan
Not
Kulitov?
yet.
Yeah, so it's basically the idea is that you can create like with no code some free tool
Okay. Mm-hmm.
with like a wrapper with the ChatGPT
Okay.
with Bubble, like for
Okay.
1 week, and
Okay.
you can
Mm-hmm.
launch it on Product Hunt, and you can get some users there. You can you will get some emails from it, and then you'll try to convert them into your kind of paid product. And
I understand.
this
I
guy
understand.
also made a course about this, and he's successful with that. So he's doing like $8,000 per month with that, and he's trying to teach everyone about this. I'm not sure if it is still relevant and I not sure if it is good for laterally, because with laterally we frankly like everyone's saying that you don't need to focus on the product as much, because the problem is that no one would see it if you don't focus on marketing. But what I see now,
Right.
that there is a lot of free crappy tools with AI, and I kind of feel
Mm-hmm.
that if we focus more on like AI or on our product, that maybe it's
Mm-hmm.
even better than doing something like with like coding, because it's still take your time. You need to think about
Right.
this free tool, you need to design it, you need to kind of think about it. But maybe I think of myself that it's better to speak to my customers, understand what they need, and invest, and then refine the product itself. So this is
Right.
also another thing we're considering doing. Maybe it
Mm-hmm.
will be something connected with GPTs, because we fine tune our models. We are very
Mm-hmm.
good at prompt engineering. We're working with linguists on that. So maybe we
Mm-hmm.
have to put it on the ChatGPT store and try to gain something there and get
Mm-hmm.
from there. So we are thinking also on advertising a little bit. But we are not sure, because we are not kind of figured out unit economics yet, because like the structure is like
Right.
you like Apple or Google is taking some money, there is taxation, you are paying
Right.
ChatGPT. So and I don't, and like people are using it, so I'm not sure if like we're ready for advertising yet. We will check it out
Mm-hmm.
maybe
All
in
right.
next several months. So this can we are in process of trying to slowly.
Okay. So mhm. So you guys are experimenting. Like what I understand is, for example, you are running inbound campaigns, like creating contents and creating awareness about your product and trying to experiment where from where you are getting the customers. Then I
Yeah,
think based on that, you will decide how to reach out or how to focus. Okay, I understand this is a good strategy, to grow gradually. Yeah.
yeah. And the main point is that we don't yet. Yes, the first thing is we really want to understand how to hook our customers, because we understand that the kind of experience kind of people understand it. They kind of uh, like got it. Oh, that's cool. But we don't yet maybe understand how to get like different types of customers, how to explain to them, because it's really new product, new type of product. And by doing like this exercise with content, with
Right.
trying to and
Mm-hmm.
how to get these small kind of guys who are doing journaling, these small guys, small groups of guys who are doing like
Right.
content creation. So we try to figure out and to catch them, so then we can test it and understand how to speak to them, how to track them, and then go to scale
Right.
it.
Right. Interesting. Like I like the idea of inbound marketing, but I also love, outbound marketing as well. For example, like your strategy is perfect. And how about you also start reaching out to people using several marketing channels. For example, many people does cold emailing, right? And for example, say you could be able to reach out to maybe 10,000 people a month, 20,000 people a month, right? So if you are able to reach out this much people, the possibility are you gain traction from there as well, right? So maybe you could focus on inbound marketing with your team, or maybe set up a team for outbound marketing, because what I believe, marketing and sales is a continuous process, right? So also you have said you don't want to focus too much on your product as well, right? So what I believe, uh, you separate your team. Like one team could focus on product development, maybe creating more features, because that's how you keep your customers busy. Because if I'm using the same thing over and over again, maybe I get bored. People are born like that way. Okay, so
Mhm.
maybe one of your team keep bringing new features, so that you can retain your customers over and over again. And one team maybe create the contents, tutorials, create awareness, and uh, grow your organic growth, right?
Mhm.
And maybe one team, you know, uh, keep reaching out to thousands of people. So whenever you are doing all these three things at all, you are getting more customers over and over again. So I have done
Mhm.
few courses. I have some gurus. I call them gurus. So
Mhm.
I learned these techniques. Like marketing and sales is a continuous process. So if you
Mhm.
want to scale, you should have to keep pushing it hard. So that's what I feel. What do you think about it?
I do agree with that. Just curious, do you? I just did not uh, heard of success stories of kind of cold outreach with B2C
Mm-hmm.
product. I
Mm-hmm.
thought it's more kind of B2B
Okay.
strategy. Is it correct, or now it's possible also for B2C?
It's like I would say not only cold emailing. I would say cold outreaching. It could be via different channels like emails, maybe Telegram, maybe other channels, maybe WhatsApp as well. Okay,
Mm,
so the concept is, even if you are getting very low percentage of getting tractions, like maybe 1%, 2%, 3%, that's
mm,
a plus for you as well. Because
mhm,
if we are not doing this, we are at zero, right? But
mhm.
if we are doing this, even if we are getting 1 to 2%, that's adding more customers, right? So
Yeah.
in cold emailing, I saw around 2 to 5% of success rate, depending on how they are reaching out, because cold outreach is kind of more personalized reach out. So
Mm,
the better they do it, the better traction they get. So
mhm,
I think if you focus on getting some kind of extra traction, cold outreaching could be a plus for you as well. So
mhm.
I think it's all about experimenting. You can experiment for a month, and if you see, okay, it's getting me more traction, so you can choose it.
Understand. So it's basically what you are writing about on Product Hunt as well. Yes, like this WhatsApp thing.
Right.
Got it. Got it. Yeah, I
Right.
think that we need to we might try it and see if the unit economic is working. So basically, the
Right.
price, how we get how. So yes,
Right.
but
Mhm. And
the thing
tell,
is,
yes.
mhm.
You carry
the
on, no
only
problem. Yeah.
the only concern about this I have is kind of you're just saying very kind of strategically, like you can, one team is doing this, one team is doing that, but we are kind of a team of like 5 people, and like lots of work. I actually I don't understand how these solopreneurs work. I think they're
Okay.
very very effective guys, like because we are a team
Yeah.
of 5 people and we kind of, oh my god, there are lots of stuff to do. And these guys are
Right.
doing
You are
products, they
absolutely
are
right.
selling, they are speaking to users, they are marketing. Oh my god, that's great.
They are not, so-called solopreneurs, because they have team running on background as well.
Really.
Maybe a small team, but they have team. For example, I want to do cold email outreaching. So I don't need a whole bunch of people. I just maybe hire one person who is expert in this and let him do that.
Mm,
Okay, maybe for other departments, maybe one person. So you don't need bunch of people as a team to run a specific department. Maybe one guy could take care of the responsibility as well. So every solopreneurs have their team background,
mm,
and it's true. Okay,
got it.
maybe they hire, or maybe they have friends who help them as well, because to be honest, it's not possible to you know uh, do all of the things alone,
Mm,
right?
mhm,
Because I have been in that shoe, and I find it very difficult. I cannot focus everything at once. Okay,
mm.
and it's a team sport, to be honest.
Yeah, but
Okay.
I actually know one guy who is really true and like solopreneur. Uh,
Mhm.
he's doing some, but he's like focusing on very few things. He just coding,
Okay.
and
Right.
he's doing a saw, and yeah, and he just slowly building this because he can't do
Right.
like product hunt, he can't do like content
Mm-hmm.
creation, he can't do, he
There
just,
are people like that. Yeah,
yeah,
I agree.
focus on small amount of stuff and just trying to grow it organically.
Right. Yes, there are that kind of people as well. So ultimately, it depends on your end goal. Okay. So if you are fine with building something gradually, then I think it's fine. But if you are uh, looking for something big, then you need to make plans and strategies to, scale, because
Yeah.
scaling means a lot of work, and a lot of work have to be done maybe with people or maybe with automation softwares. Other
Hmm.
than that, only me doing all the work is, it doesn't work, I think. And I would call solopreneurs as a, self-employment trap. Okay. Because as a solopreneur, I have to, take care of everything, but I'm not an expert on everything, right? And I cannot be expert on everything, so I should be working with people who are expert in a specific uh, work. So I
Hmm.
feel that way. Maybe people have different perspective, but these are the reality.
Yeah.
And all right, so we have learned a lot of things already. So I was asking, like, what is your average paying customers right now?
Like
Like,
how
for example,
many?
how much money they pay for a subscription in your application?
Yeah, so we have like yearly subscription and monthly subscription. Monthly subscription costs $10, and yearly
Okay,
subscription costs $70. But we have
okay.
the
Hmm.
majority of annual subscriptions.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. So you have a 5 members of team, you have said. So
Yeah, yeah,
I wanted to ask, like, all the team members are programmers, or they take care of different departments?
yeah.
How
There are
does
two.
your team? Yeah.
Yeah, there are two programmers, and
Mm-hmm.
one is a designer, one is
Mm-hmm.
a marketing guy, and
Mm-hmm.
myself is doing a little bit of everything.
Okay. So maybe when you get more customers, maybe you will think of the expansion of the team as well, right?
Yeah, yeah. So, but frankly, when we dream about it, because we are only dreaming about this, because like we have a huge team, and when we count how much we need to earn to support
Mm-hmm.
ourselves, it's still a lot. So, and also we want to, like, before hiring someone, we want to make some kind of, also we don't want to spend all money on ourselves and on the teams, because we want to make
Right.
sure that the kind of the guys who buy for 1 year, we have a
Right.
kind of money reserved to pay for
Right.
opening up, so to fulfill
Right.
our commitments.
Right.
Yeah, but if we are thinking of, if we are, as soon as we have some money, like, and crew,
Right.
like
To
crew.
recruit people and pay them for a whole year. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
so
mhm.
we think about the developers actually to make product.
Okay. 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 And have you ever thought, like, hiring people remotely? Because I think that would be more cost effective, right? Because
Yeah, we
if you
are.
hire people in Spain, you have to pay a lot of money on a monthly basis to
Yeah, yeah,
provide
yeah,
them salaries, right? So have you
yeah.
given a thought of hiring people remotely from maybe another country, maybe from India, Bangladesh, or any other part of the world, where you can hire more people in a less cost? How about
Yeah,
that? Have you
sure.
ever thought about it?
We will do this because
Okay.
we are all remote. We guys from
Okay.
different countries
Right.
right now, so we don't have office, and so
Right.
yeah,
It's a new trend, by the way,
yeah,
worldwide
yeah,
new trend, the remote trend after the COVID. Yeah. So tell me one thing, like, you have founded literally uh, where this company is, incorporated, like in Spain or somewhere else.
So it's not yet incorporated. So basically,
Okay.
we have one co-founder, and
Hmm.
for him we register all the stuff. So he's responsible, like, for all the stuff. So
Okay. Tell me
uh,
one thing. For example, you use payment gateway. So you use Stripe or anything else
No, it's
as a payment.
App Store and
Mhm.
Google Play
Oh,
inside of.
okay. Okay, I got this. Because app-based payments are go through the Google App Store.
Yeah,
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 I got it. Yes, because I asked this question because if you do not incorporated your company yet, then how you get this payment gateway? So I think the confusion is clear now. Yeah.
yeah.
So like maybe in upcoming future, you will decide to incorporate this company somewhere in the world, right?
Yeah,
So
we're
you
now
are you
investigating right now because actually we were very focused on kind of launching, and we didn't want to. It's like, we didn't want
right,
to spend any time on just this bureaucratic work before we understand there is some, like, we're doing something people need, and that's
right.
why now we understand that, wow, it seems like we find something. Of course, it needs a lot work ahead of us, but still, it's a good indication. So we need now to think as where to incorporate. Yeah.
Right. So, have you ever think of it like maybe US, UK, or do you have any preferred location? Like founders like us or people who work remotely, they prefer some people prefer USA, some people prefer UK because they want to be a global brand, right? And application like yours will be a global brand as well. So, what do you think? Maybe you have a preferred location or what?
Not yet, because
Okay.
frankly, we are in the process of kind of speaking and like comparing, and we are not, and we have I don't have even a short list right now, so
Okay.
I can't tell you.
Okay.
So for
Okay.
me,
No problem. Mhm.
it's kind of the less work, the less taxation I have, like the better. But still, I want to like to follow all the rules, but with less headache as
Right.
possible.
So yes, so you will like do exactly that you need. You don't want to overspend on anything right now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, that's great because like many of us sometimes feel the heat and try to invest all the money in everything and get started like a corporate brand. So yeah, makes
Yeah,
sense, makes sense. And gradually growing is a good thing because it will be consistent and it will last longer. Yeah.
yeah,
So I think our viewers are waiting to see your product. We have already talked a lot about your product. Let's have a
yeah.
quick demonstration of your product so that people get to see what it is and maybe they start using it. So let's do it, shall we?
Okay, so this is an app, and this is kind of my notes that I have already created. And
Hmm.
in the bottom of the screen there is a microphone, and now I will kind of click it. Okay,
Okay. Hmm.
and here I have a recording, and I can record myself, and like, let's see what's
Hmm.
happening. Yeah, it's transcribed, and I have some text. But let me try to record something that I want, for example, to write down. For so
Okay.
like for and like explain. Okay, who can benefit from laterally? So if the person is always on the go and have a lot of communications like emails or messages. The second type of people who can benefit is people who like long works and like to think out loud and to write what they think down and maybe to use it somewhere like in articles or somewhere else. Also, like the third types of people is who have a lot of thoughts and they want to capture them and they want to return to them and they kind of want to save every detail of this thought to use it or to analyze later. And also people who struggle with writing, like for example me, when I want to write something, but when I typing, I can't think. I focusing on writing and it's very hard. But when I speaking, I can think and it's really cool. And I will show you later what it can be done. And also it's very useful for people who are kind of procrastinated on some task to write a memo or have a writings blog, so they can just say it out loud and then get the text and then transform it. It's something useful. Let me show you. So now I spoke something about what
Mm-hmm.
laterally is or who
Mm-hmm.
can benefit from it. I have a text. So I have a text, and now
Wow.
I
Mm-hmm.
have kind of rewrite it. And you can rewrite, for example, slightly. So we just take everything you have and just a little bit clean it up. Let me show.
Mm-hmm.
So who can benefit? And you see like this text, like as I told, who can benefit from laterally? And I see that people who are always on the go, people who, and it's actually structured. So,
Wow.
and also I can like rewrite it significantly. Let me show it. It works a little bit later because like the first model was like fine-tuned 3.5, and this is
Mm-hmm.
4 because we need to understand reasoning behind the text,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
so it will take a little bit longer. Yeah. So, and this is kind of the text that is much better than the previous, because I'm not very good at native, but have slightly is kind of good text without
Mm-hmm.
any mistakes that can be sent. But if you
Yes.
believe that you kind of like rambled a little bit and you want to make it really perfect, use significant.
Mm-hmm.
Also, you can make it shorter. You can make it more structured. You can make like formal email, casual email. You can create like a
Mm-hmm.
post that, for example, the post on the X might look like this. So like who can benefit from laterally, and it's like make it concise, clear, easy to read, etc. It's also fine-tuned model. So, and you can just copy it and paste it to the X, or you can just share it whenever you want. You
Mm-hmm.
can swipe and see what rewrites is more convenient to you to use, for example. And
Okay.
so, and yeah, and you have like this all these notes or messages that you have, and you also can create actually a text note. So basically you can write down something
Mm-hmm.
down, or you can copy and paste here and also improve. So this is the product.
Okay, that's great. For example, I have never seen a product like this before, to be honest. Okay, and I think this is the best transcription product I have ever seen. So, for example, I want to, so I don't need to write all the time, right? Because I can use my phone and your application, and whatever I am saying will be transcribed within your app, and I can even modify it, regenerate it, share it, do whatever I want with the recordings, right?
Yeah. So now you just say something,
Yes.
and we
Hmm.
oh it's
Yeah, there it is.
yeah, but and you can actually change something here.
Okay, that's very cool. Like, there could be many use cases using this application. For example, like if I am a journalist, all right,
Mhm.
and if I go to places where I take interviews, I do not have to write it. I can record it, and at the same time, I will have the transcription, right? I have the recording and the transcription at the same time, isn't it?
Yeah,
So that's
yeah,
kind
yeah.
of very cool because, you know, um, like nowadays, when journalists go to places, they just record it, and maybe later on they have to write it down, summarize it, and do it a lot of manual work. But with your app, I my time is saved. I got the recording, transcription, maybe summary, and everything. So I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
there could be many use cases. Like whenever I need to collect some, recordings or collect some data, I can record it right away, saving a lot of time, and also transcribe it and edit it, doing the modification, and also share it everywhere. This is
yeah.
revolutionary. Really,
Thank
really cool. Really cool. And I think you should get more spotlight, and people should get to know about your product. And I would highly strongly suggest you to reach out to more people, because people are going to love this product, and
thank
they will
you.
start using it for sure, for sure. So I think you already have people from different industry already, right?
Yeah, yeah,
And most interestingly, I find it very difficult to type on phone as well. I never type on phone. Always I do with my keyboard and in my laptop. So I think I can
yeah,
use your application, and my time will be more saved, because whenever I'm typing phone, it's like too much hard work for me.
yeah. And you just either go and open your laptop, or you have to
Yes,
remember to write someone, but you can
yes,
just say it. And
yes,
so
yes.
for messages, it's really exciting because like you
Hmm.
are the goal. You just need to type something long
Hmm.
actually, and like
Right.
give feedback, say about your meeting, etc. And you can do this. The second use
Hmm.
case I found really
Hmm.
useful is like I have a lot of thoughts about some, like we have stopped, and you told me about and about AppSumo thing, about product, etc. And I can write them down, and I can like okay, I can forget about them for like Monday, for example, and play with my
Right.
children. Don't think about it. So it's incredible for content creators. It's also good for journaling. So I think
Right.
it's, and you know what? I dreamt about this idea like way before like AI, and now when I saw the realization of other guys who did it, because
Hmm.
we were inspired by other products as well
Hmm.
who tried this,
Hmm. Hmm.
and I saw how it could be done. I couldn't sleep, and we kind of okay, we need to make it actually because it's really
Right. Right. And I
simplifies
think the
life.
AI made it easy for you to build it more
Yeah,
efficiently.
yeah.
Yeah, and I have another use cases. It could be very helpful for students as well, because
Mhm.
whenever they go to classes, the professor give the lecture. I can't remember what professor talked about after the class. All right, so I
Yeah.
can just record it the whole lecture, and I can revise it later. So there are billions of students worldwide. Think
Mhm.
about them, how effectively they will be benefited out of it as well.
Yeah, I agree. We actually, frankly speaking, deprioritized for a while this kind of type of use cases, these jobs to
Hmm.
be done, let's say, because kind of we thought of it as a kind of voice writing. You write with your voice. So if
Right.
you need a message, a thought, an article, etc. So this is
Hmm.
use case to go. We want to focus on this to make it perfect, because
Right.
as soon as you start to think about meetings, about lectures, there are tons of
Hmm.
other use cases we need
Hmm.
to support, and
Hmm.
we begin to dilute ourselves, and product would be like a little bit too
Hmm.
generic. That's
Right.
why we decided, okay, we need to try voice writing first, because it's kind of
Right. This is
really
the
also,
base infrastructure. Yeah.
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 And
Makes sense.
maybe it will be like next stages, or maybe it's not our story, I don't know yet, we will see. But we actually we launched as a kind of a product for everything, and then we understand while building it that we are kind of not good at anything. If we wouldn't be good at anything if we just a very broad. That's why we try to be a little bit niche for voice writing, for like note taking, for content creation, etc.
So there is a saying, like jack of all trades, master of none. So you don't want to be the jack of everything. You want to be a
Yeah,
master of first few things. Then yeah, makes sense. Makes sense.
yeah.
That's really great. That's really fantastic. And I am loving your application, and I think I will be start using it from tonight as well. I'll let you know whenever I download it. Okay, that's very great, and I think it's a good way to start. You know,
Hmm.
because your niche is very unique and very global as well. So I
Hmm.
think the way you are gradually building it, developing it, I think it's a very great way to go.
Hmm.
So fantastic. I would say viewers, whoever watching this, you should try this out. They have the free trial, and you can check it out. If you love it, then you can continue using it for your use case. And you can also reach out to Anton and maybe share feedback or your use case, and he will reply to you very soon, and will work on your use case as well, so that they can make it perfect for you as well. Yeah. So So we are at the very end of our podcast show, but before that, I have some final 5 questions for you. All right. So
Okay.
I ask these 5 questions to every founders because with this question, we determine if your product is a winning idea or not. So are you ready to take the questions?
Yes,
So tell me, does your product fulfill a significant market need?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, we have already discussed it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah. Yeah.
and you have a global use cases for it. So definitely you have. So what is the size and scale of your target market? I think we have already discussed it as well because the
Yeah.
audience
So
are global.
can I
Mhm.
just
Sure,
like
sure.
tell you my thought about it? So
Right.
I think that for me it doesn't matter if it is big market or small one, because I once I realized that I'm building my startup not for venture funds, some other big guys. I'm
Yes.
building it to fulfill my needs and to fulfill some people needs. And I think that whatever it is not as like small niche, so I will definitely earn amount of money to sustain myself. That's all I need.
Yes.
I need just, I
Yes.
don't know, like $5,000 a month for myself,
Right.
to earn and to live anywhere in the world. So
Mhm.
whatever niche it will be, I think I will win. So this is my winning strategy. I even don't want I am very bad at it, and I don't want even to count and to compare this kind of market niches. The only goal I have is like to have a a, a, a problem worth solving for myself and for small amount of people. If some more people will need such product, I will happy. If not, then let's go with a small amount of people and solve their problem.
Right, right. Fantastic. So my third question, do you have the essential skills to succeed in your industry, your chosen market? Because we are living in a very competitive era. You have launched the product, more people or companies will be launching similar products right away. So do you think you have enough skill set, to move your product ahead of any of them?
Yeah, I think that definitely we have, because we have a
Because
team
you
of.
already have worked as a product manager and you have over 10 years of experience and you can lead
Yeah,
a great team.
yeah, I think that we have a great team, because we have developers who can build, we have designers who can design a really cool design. We have a marketing guy who can really promote. We all have a sense of users. All have a sense of that we need to talk to them, to understand their needs, to listen to them, and we have this drive and desire to build something great. So I think that we have and skills, we have a drive, so we are well positioned to win. But who knows? Because you always this is a kind of always a big risk, and always a chance involved in all this stuff.
Right, right. So my next question, what is the story behind your idea? Because people do not just buy your product, people buy your soul story of your idea. So I'd love to know about the backstory of this product.
Yeah, so actually we were building another product, and we launched it on in June. It was
Okay.
something
Mhm.
connected to it. It's still we are still using this product. It's called Resolve It. It's about kind
Mhm.
of communication inside the teams. But
Okay.
with a very threaded approach, so you can close thread, you can move thread, you can divide one big thread to threads. But
Mhm.
we understood that it's a really hard business, because you need to not only kind of sell this product to one guy, you need to this guy to sell to another guys on the team to make use of it. And the competitors like Slack, Discord, Telegram, etc., are
Mhm.
very, very strong there.
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
uh, and realized that it will be took a lot of time to persuade this market, and we decided to try something else, but we're still
Mhm.
using Resolve It in our life, in our with our team.
Mhm.
So, and
Mhm.
we just sat down and trying to come up to idea what should we build, and we made a list of criteria, like it should be not very hard to build so we can make it perfect. It should be kind of, it should be B2C, because if someone likes it, he can just use it. He doesn't need to sell it to anyone. He just can buy it and use it. uh,
Right.
and uh, and also we also need to love it, so we have the same problem. And also that there are some validation on the market that it's kind of
Mhm.
there is a problem for this and there is a solution for this.
Right.
We found this
Mhm.
kind of, we found the guys who build such kind of apps, and we loved them. I mean that we thought that we could improve, we could add the value to these kind of solutions, and we can outperform them in some ways. So we decided to focus on this, and we started in the end of August, and in the end of November we shipped it. So kind of, the but the idea of like some kind of voice notes and
Mhm.
using it
Mhm.
was way before, but
Right.
the solution came not long ago when this kind of AI revolution happened.
All right, all right. And yes, like there is communication problem in our daily life and in our companies. Like people are constantly building solutions for making the communication in a better way. So definitely your product can be another addition to it. So makes sense, makes sense. So my final questions: what sets you apart from the competition? Why should people choose you over your competition? Why you? Why not someone else?
So I think that I would say that there are different competition. For example, there is a
Okay.
competition. Lots of people ask us, like, what's why you are better than ChatGPT app, for example, because they also have this voice transcription. And if we compare it to them, then like if you are a constant kind of, if for you the voice kind of writing is something significant in your daily routine, then
Right.
ChatGPT is not
Hmm.
really convenient. It's not obvious,
Hmm.
like you need to.
Right.
It's a small button. Then you have to write a prompt. Then it's hard
Right.
to return to it. And yes, it's time consuming to write something and to save something
Hmm.
and to edit
Hmm.
something on mobile with ChatGPT.
Hmm.
So that's why kind of the accessibility, the like simplicity, predefined prompts and fine-tuned models is something that set us apart there.
It's like you are the only better solution because there is ChatGPT, not a problem on that. But ChatGPT have not the features that you got. Like
Yeah,
you made the features simple, like people can save time, use it easily and get their job done. So
yeah. Thank
that's
you,
great, that's great. Your product is a winning idea anyway. I love it.
thank
I
you, thank
really
you.
love it. And I believe as your product is a winning idea, you are already on $1 million heist. Okay. And maybe when you achieved your first million, I think we can have you one more time on the show, shall we?
Sure. Yeah, yeah. Of course.
So let's make it happen as soon as possible so that I can
Yeah,
invite
yeah.
you one more time.
Agreed. Agreed.
Yeah. So we are at the very end of our show. And Anton, thank you so much for joining today. And I believe all of the viewers will love your product. And I personally love it. I'll definitely try it out. And thanks again for joining today. And to our viewers who are watching till now, I would suggest you to check out the links of the Letterly. I will add it in the description and check it out. And I will also add all of the links of Anton so that you can reach out to him. If you have any special use case scenario, you can reach out to him and he will respond to you. Maybe you can also share feedback as well. So thank you guys. Make sure you subscribe to our channel so that whenever we are launching our next episode, you get the notification instantly. Thank you, Anton. Have a nice day. Bye bye.
Thank you, Isaac.